At first impression, this looks exactly like Game Boy Wars, the tile sets anyway. It's remarkable. However, it's a representation of a more hardcore strategy wargame experience. There was a version of Daisenryaku on a lot of consoles at the time. The Super Nintendo and the Genesis both had one, and it even made its way to the US on the Sega Saturn as a game called Iron Storm. On the Game Boy version, you play as one of the USA, USSR, FRG, what was West Germany, or Japan. You can add how much funding each side has before the level starts, giving yourself as much of an advantage or disadvantage as you want. There are 6 scenarios to choose from with different landscapes and emphases. Some levels focus on anti-air tactics, others distance warfare, others still feature a lot of close encounter fighting. The funding you have is important as you have to purchase all of your units. There are many to choose from your basic troops right the way through to tanks and planes. Select a building that has a W or B on it, depending on whether you're the white or black team, and get building. Obviously, if you selected your opponent to have no money initially, this may be a very one-sided affair. You can hold up to 99,999 gold, and units range from 1,000 for light infantry to 25,000 for a tornado jet fighter. Certain units need to be built at specific titles. The cities can only produce land-borne units. The airborne ones need to be made at an airport. Note there are many unoccupied territories that you can capture in order to generate more units. The aim of the game is to capture the enemy's occupied buildings. You program your moves in all at once, then hit select when you're done. The commands will then all be carried out in order, so it differs from your normal turn-based strategy game in that regard. It does work though. When you program in the moves, you don't get the available movement range like you'd expect. You can literally click anywhere on the map and the piece will just take however many moves it takes to get there, kind of like in Civilization. This is fine, although it's not always obvious when a move has taken place, so you're often just sitting there watching and waiting for your units to get where they're going. Bear in mind as well that units can die or run out of fuel when they're making their journeys. If this happens, you straight up lose the piece without them even having got to the fight, so make sure to keep them refilled by stopping off at places. It's little design choices like this that hinder Daisenryaku from ever getting to the point where it's exciting. There's almost too much to think about that it becomes a game of micromanaging each individual piece, and you lose sight of what your army as a whole is doing. Some nice ideas and, aside from the graphics, little sprinklings of original thought, but ultimately there are plenty more enjoyable strategy games that you could be playing. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below, and if you can spare a second, give the review a quick thumbs up, it really helps out. Subscribe to the Portable Power Podcast for a new Game Boy review every day from Monday to Friday. Or alternately, new episodes of the podcast drop every Saturday and Sunday on whichever platform you get your pods. See you later on.